Vinyl Writer Music has named its 10 underrated glam and hair metal era albums. My name is Sean Morrison. They actually have two parts to it. And honestly, there's some stuff on both these lists that Sean Morrison disagrees with. Okay, the top 10 list, I'm going to start with the first top 10 list. The number one album they had was Britney Fox's debut album that came out in 1988. How it's underrated, I don't know. It was a gold album. It is a great album. Black and Blue, Nasty Nasty had a couple good songs on it. I'm not saying that it's fully underrated. Asylum from Kiss being underrated. Don't know what they're smoking on that. The album went platinum. What else do they want? Vinnie Vincent Invasion self-titled debut. It was what it was. I don't feel that it's underrated. Then you had Badlands' self-titled debut that came out in 1989, which did crack the Billboard Top 50. Album had great music on it. I just don't feel it's hair metal. Then the debut album from Steeler. I don't know if Yngwie Malmsteen was still in the band, but do you fucking consider Steeler hair metal when they were more metal? And the Doro album True from 1991. Doro Pesh, sorry, is not hair metal either. Blue Murder's self-titled debut, Blue Murder. Lots of great music on it. Could have went gold. Could have had a bigger hit with Jelly Roll. And that's more hair metal. And White Line's album from 1985, Fight to Survive, which I believe is a gold album, had the early version of Broken Heart on there and all. I don't want to say it's fully underrated, but, maybe because it sold more copies. Remember, it was on an independent label. And then in Part 2's, that was the first 10. In Part 2's top 10, he puts Ace Frehley's Comet self-titled debut. Not hair metal, once again, and had some good stuff on it. Bon Jovi, 7,800 Degrees Fahrenheit. I will say this, it had some good songs on it. I didn't feel it was the best album from Bon Jovi, so I don't want to say it's underrated. And Dog Eat Dog from 1982. Warrant was already moved out of the hair metal era. The thing is, the song Bitter Pill was getting airplay and could have been a hit, but Sony pulled it off a radio, so blame them. The self-titled debut album from the Bullet Boys, please, what's this guy thinking? Smell the piña! Still annoying after all these days. Out of This World from Europe from 1988 was underrated. Could have had a couple of bigger hits. I'll give him that. Self-titled debut from Vixen went gold, so how is that underrated? Femme Fatale's debut album with the song Waiting for the Big One. Very underrated album. I do agree on that. And Lorraine Lewis now singing for Vixen. 1991's Britney Fox Bite Down Hard. Should be number one on this list because that album is very underrated. Great songs such as Louder, Six Guns Loaded, The Ballad Over and Out. You got to pick up the album. Rough Cuts, 1985 Rough Cut. I say not underrated. I didn't think it was that good. And Great White's Hooked from 1991 with the songs called Rock and Roll and Desert Moon. My opinion is on that, I'm not going to say it's underrated, but those two songs were probably the more decent of songs on the album. If you think of any hair metal albums that are underrated, please leave them on here. Surprised that he didn't put Bo Nasty on here. I thought he did, but I was reading from them somewhere as well. But you don't have any, like I said, your opinions on any hair metal albums you think that are underrated, please leave them here. If you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button. By doing that, you'll help support the Sean Morrison YouTube channel. And everyone out there already subscribed, thank you very much for your continued love, honor, and support. So what do you think about this list from Vinyl Writer Music with the underrated hair metal bands? Some of the bands aren't hair metal. Unreal, but list could be a lot better in the opinion of Mr. Sean Morrison. Shame, shame, shame.